What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we're back again with some more VGC 2018 Furry Wrestlers because I've been bored playing singles and so we're playing doubles. So today we are using Plusle Minun, a plus-minus theme meme team. Yes! As my opponent is using a Cowmoo, the very balanced Pokemon, because for some reason Game Freak thought it'd be a very nice idea to add a Z move that attacks both targets and gives you an ancient power boost. Like, what could possibly go wrong, Game Freak? Without further ado, let's hop right into this first battle. Alright, so our first opponent is automatically a fuckboy. You can tell by his outfit, if anybody wears the Como outfit, they are 100% a fuckboy. They can try to deny it, but the Como outfit does not lie, people. You are a fuckboy if you wear that outfit, okay? That's all I'm saying. So he leads up with the Furry Wrestler and the Cowmoo. We lead off with my Minun and Charizard. Thanks to Intimidate, we're gonna activate our Adrenaline Orb. Not a weakness policy on the Minun. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not that insane. There is a weakness policy in this video, just not on the Minun, unfortunately. I'm gonna switch out of my Charizard and pull a hard switch into my Mr. Mime because I'm not trying to tank that freaking broken-ass Como OZ move. That shit is too broken. And I know my opponent's probably gonna go for the fake out into my Charizard-Y slot, so I go for the Electro Web to lower the opponent's speed so Mr. Mime can outspeed the Como after it goes for a Z move, and I'm also going to be immune to the Como Z move because I'm Fairy type, so I felt like this was my best course of action. And my opponent's going to go for the fuckboy Como Z move. Hooray! And now I have to block this out so Nintendo doesn't banish me to the Shadow Realm. So we're going to get hit by the fair and balanced Como Z move. Minun is able to live that, thankfully, and he's going to get that free Omni Boost because a Z move targeting both enemies at the same time wasn't broken enough. They had to give you a free ancient power boost for clicking your most powerful dragon stab move, right? Huh? We love Z moves. Z moves were a healthy addition to Pokemon. Hooray! So here I go for the Encore Y into the Incineroar because I need to lock that shit in a fake out because I know he's probably going to protect and fear of the Fairy type move from Mr. Mime. So now we're going to be able to go for Roleplay and Roleplay Minus. And in case you guys don't know, plus and minus do work, and it gives you a plus 1.5 times multiplier to your special attacking stat. However, it also works with the minus ability, so you can use minus next to minus or plus next to plus and still get the boost. And I forced my opponent to pull a double switch because of Encore Pressure and Dazzling Gleam. So I make my fuckboy Como outfit opponent switch out because Mr. Mime is just that scary, and Minun is just that scary. That is a victory in itself. Even if we lose this battle, forcing Como to switch out is a victory in itself. I don't care what you say, people. So we're gonna get a crit on the Clefairy, but we do get disabled, unfortunately. So now we are disabled Mr. Mime, but at the very least we weaken Clefairy a little bit, which is nice for my team. Now I'm gonna pull a hard switch into my Charizard-Y.
Why?
I'm not Charizard X. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not Wolfie Glick today. I'm using Charizard-Y like a try-hard piece of shit human being.
That escalated quickly.
But I gotta use a few strong Pokemon, otherwise I'll get dismantled in every single battle as opposed to like 80% of them. So my opponent's gonna go for the Follow Me here with his Clefairy, trying to redirect any damage targeted at his Gengar. I just go for the Electro Rub just because I need to outspeed the Mega Gengar the following turn. I'm trying to think a few turns ahead in VGC battles lately because that's usually how I lose. I just like play for the current turn, then I just lose in the next turn because I didn't think that far ahead. So I've been trying to think more far ahead in the VGC format because I'm pretty bad at it. So we're able to live Shadow Ball, thankfully, because, you know, Charizard is no slouch. And now Charizard-Y is going to Mega Evolve and turn into the Sun Goddess we all know and love, Charizard-Y. So Charizard-Y is going to Mega Evolve. We're going to get the Drought, and I'm pretty sure Heat Wave will knock off both of them. But my opponent is fearful of the Charizard-Y. He's going to go for the Protect here with the Gengar, and he's going to go for the Protect with his Clefairy as well. So VGC players love their Protect. However, I'm going to be able to go for the Entrainment into my Charizard-Y because Roleplay wasn't the only way I got plus and minus on my Pokemon. I also have Entrainment on both Plusle and Minun, so we're going to give Charizard the minus ability, which gives my special attacking stat a 1.5 times multiplier on top of the Drought already being activated. So our Charizard-Y is at ridiculous power levels right now. So my opponent's going to go for the Follow Me here with Clefairy. And I'm gonna go for the Encore Y. He's trying to lock Clefairy into Protect, but he goes for Follow Me there instead, trying to redirect any damage, thinking that's gonna save him, honey. But this Heat Wave is gonna knock out my Gengar regardless of your friend guard. So and down goes Gengar to the Heat Wave, and Clefairy I mean, those crits kind of weakened him a lot, so maybe it wouldn't have knocked him off if I didn't crit him with a Dazzling Gleam, but this attack is so powerful, people. Heat Wave with plus and minus active with the Drought active is so damn powerful. So now he's going to bring in the Incineroar, which my team struggles really hard with because Incineroar usually carries a Soft Vest or it's like Spadef, and considering I'm like a special attacking fire type, that's pretty bad for me. So here I go for the obvious Protect because I need to guard myself against the Fake Out, and I go for the Fake Tears here. Call me Verlicify. We're going to Fake Tears into the Incineroar just so I can knock him out with a Charizard attack, otherwise I'm going to have some trouble. My opponent's going to go for the Clanging Scales here, targeting both enemies because Clanging Scales is a fair and balanced move, like its Z move, and Clanging Scales is not going to knock out Minun because Minun's kind of beefy. My opponent makes a smart read going for the double target into my Minun, knowing I'm going to go for the Protect with the Charizard-Y, so that was very well played on my opponent's part. He gets a useless crit as well. There's a lot of useless crits in this game. I don't know if the Dazzling Gleam crit was useless. I want to think it was useless because Charizard-Y's damage potential is ridiculous, but I could be wrong. But now I'm able to bring in Plusle here. Unfortunately, Minun does go down, but gonna go for the Heat Wave here with Fake Tears with plus active. Heat Wave does so much damage. Unfortunately, they both resist my attacks, so they're able to live, but now I'm able to go for my Z move. So Shaniqua's going to do that arm cross thing. I don't really understand. I think that's supposed to mimic like a lightning bolt or something. Plusle's gonna look very menacing with the Z move animation, and now we're gonna go for the Gigavolt Havoc and freaking launch an electric type attack right at this Incineroar because I don't really care about Kommo-o. It doesn't have a Z move active. This Incineroar is the biggest threat to my team, without a doubt. So I go for the electric Z move thanks to Fake Tears and the plus ability. The electric Z move is going to knock out Incineroar, knocking out Incineroar with only special attacks. Very incredible, without any super effective special attacks. My opponent, instead of targeting the Charizard-Y, he just targets the Plusle just because he wants to knock out the baby Pokemon. Unfortunately, he doesn't want me to use my fun Pokemon. Unfortunate, I understand, but he's using the Fuckboy Kommo-o outfit and the Fuckboy Kommo-o Z move, so it's very understandable how those baby Pokemon are intimidating to him. But now I'm gonna, knock him out in the most disrespectful way possible. I'm going to roleplay my Charizard and get the minus ability because I want to showcase like the best. My strategy the best way I can. So I go for Solar Beam here, and with the minus ability active and, Charizard-Y's really high special attack, Solar Beam is going to knock out the Kommo-o, and then we're going to be able to win this battle thanks to plus and minus tactics. Hooray! Alrighty, my second opponent today, Banana, has a very threatening team for Shaniqua to deal with. So Tapu Lele by itself one-shots every member on my team. Landorus T Earthquakes and Rock Slides my team to death. On Tyranitar could be Mega, and I could just get rid of my son twice with its Mega Evolution and like destroy me with the Rock Slides, and Snorlax can just eat my asshole with Ballet Drum. So this is going to be a very rough matchup for Shaniqua to deal with. Though we will try, people. Shaniqua doesn't give up. So we lead off with Mr. And Charizard-Y. My opponent ends up with the Landorus Thick and Tapu Balance, everyone's favorite Pokemon to play against, we all know and love. So he's going to Intimidate. My Pokemon doesn't really matter all that much, but notice how Intimidate goes before Psychic Surge. So I know that Tapu Lele could be Modest, or Landorus T could potentially be Choice Scarf. So gotta keep that in mind for sure. So I'm going to Mega Evolve with Charizard-Y, which was a big mistake, by the way, considering I just get my Drought up immediately, which gives my opponent the opportunity to bring in Tyranitar, which I didn't quite realize from Team Preview, but when you see Team Preview from the Team Preview screen, you see the 4 Pokemon they brought. It makes matches a lot easier, but during the Team Preview when it's 6v6, Team Preview is stressful as fuck, people. If you haven't played VGC Team Preview, that shit is way more stressful than Smogon, that's all I'm saying. So I go for the Protect here with Charizard-Y. I was like, what if Tapu Lele is a Z move? And what do you know, guys? Tapu Lele is the Z move, and he's going to go for the Z move, targeting my Zard-Y. I thought he would target Mr. Mime here because I felt like Mr. Mime was the bigger threat out of the two because of Wide Guard, but I guess my opponent doesn't quite know what Mr. Mime does. My opponent goes for the Z move. It still does nearly half my health because Tapu Lele in Psychic Terrain is fair and balanced. Even though I protected and takes 25% damage, that would have O-coded me so easily, so I'm glad I protected there. Here I go for the Wide Guard expecting Rock Slide, and what do you know, my opponent does go for the Rock Slide, so we're able to guard ourselves thanks to the Wide Guard, and my opponent's going to go for the Moonblast here, targeting into my Mr. Mime. I guess my opponent thought that the Rock Slide would be more than enough to knock out my Zard. Unfortunately, we missed the Heat Wave. I was really hoping we would hit Lele there and just chunk him down with the Heat Wave, but unfortunately we do miss. And Heat Wave hits Landorus T for decent damage, and now my opponent notices that I'm gonna go for Wide Guard again. So my opponent's gonna bring in the Tyranitar here. Very smart move to get rid of my son and activate the Sandstream. Very nice play. And here I just go for the Protect, expecting my opponent to want to target my Charizard with this Tapu Lele. I go for the Dazzling Gleam, trying to hit the Landorus T and Tapu Lele for decent damage. Unfortunately, we're gonna
activate the Tyranitar's weakness policy.
And yes, that's the weakness policy of this video, by the way. I have no weakness policy on my team. You can just leave the video now if you're expecting one. I'll do you the favor and just tell you there's no weakness policy after this Tyranitar, but there still is a weakness policy in this video, so you guys can't even hate, though you still will in the comment section because you guys love leaving me very original comments. So here, I make a 300 IQ play, okay? I go for the role play to activate my Drought again. I had this planned out from the beginning of the battle. I go for role play to get my Drought back, right? And now I just go, okay, well, first Tapu Lele goes for Moonblast because it's faster than me because I'm a modest Charizard-Y because I need Plusle Minun to outspeed me. But down goes Mr. Mime to Moonblast, that's fine. I go for the Solar Beam into the Tyranitar because I wasn't going to let my opponent flex on me with the weakness policy T-Tar. Girl, I need to at least knock out this T-Tar. So Solar Beam is going to knock out that Tyranitar. I know it's not Mega because it just activated weakness policy. That crit definitely did not matter. And down goes Tyranitar, so very fast-paced game, that's for sure. Now I'm going to bring in Plusle here as my opponent's going to bring in a Landorus T yet again. And this Landorus T can actually destroy me, like I said, especially if he Scarf Landorus T. I'm going to get booty blasted. Well, I think Landorus T outspeeds me anyway because I am modest nature. I'm not even timid nature because I needed Plusle Minun to outspeed my Charizard-Y just so I can get the entrainment off before I attack. That's why my Charizard-Y is not max speed. I felt like that made enough sense to warrant not running max speed. My opponent's gonna go for Rock Slide. I go for the Double Protect to scatter his move. If he wanted to go for Earthquake and target his own Lele, that would have been great, but he's going to Psychic into my Minun and Rock Slide into both my Pokemon, and I'm not really in a good position right now. I'm actually going to switch out of my Plusle here and bring in my Kling Klang here just because I need to avoid the Psychic attack, and I'm going to go for Double Protect here trying to get it, but unfortunately we do fail it. Unfortunately, I'm not my opponent, so I'm unable to get the Double Protect. If it was my opponent going for Double Protect though, you already know he would have gotten it, but I've never gotten a Double Protect like once in my life. I feel like every time I've tried it, it just does not work ever. But yeah, I did get the Double Protect unfortunately, and now Psychic's going to do a decent amount of damage to Kling Klang, but since Psychic Terrain wore off, don't have to worry about that. And now I'm able to bring in my Plusle here. I know Landorus T is locked in the Rock Slide, so my opponent's going to switch out of Landorus T and bring in the Snorlax here, which is fine with me because Snorlax is Snorlax. My opponent's going to go for the Protect, trying to just avoid damage from the Kling Klang, I suppose. And here I just go for Protect with my Plusle because I don't want to die to Psychic. Girl. And here I go for Gear Up because Gear Up actually increases Pokemon that have both plus or minus as their ability, increases their attack and special attack by +1, and my Kling Klang also has Magnetic Flux, which increases your defense and special defense by +1 if you have plus and minus, but that move is really useless. I'm gonna go for the Gear Grind here, targeting the Tapu Lele, as we actually outpace it. Down goes the Tapu Lele, and now, ladies and gents, I go for the Z move. So Shanique was going to get that electric stance again, and Plus was going to look very menacing with the Z move aura, and we're gonna go for the Gigavolt Havoc into the Snorlax, and I'm really hoping we can knock out Snorlax with this because I just want to hope that the raw power with plus and minus and the Gear Up should be able to knock out Snorlax with the Z move, right? So I go for the Z move, and ladies and gentlemen, we one-shot a Snorlax with a special attack. So we beat Incineroar with a special attack, and then we beat a Snorlax with a special attack. Absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, my opponent's going to bring in Landorus Therian form here, and I'm pretty sure both my Pokemon are just going to die from Earthquake, unless he's like running Earth Power for some reason, but unfortunately, he is Scarf Landorus T, going to be able to go for the Earthquake against me, and that's going to be able to easily knock out both my Pokemon. And WeedleTwineedle's posting a loss in VGC?
NANI?
I thought PokeTubers don't post losses. Look, this guy had a weakness policy T-Tar, so I had to post this battle, right? I felt like I was obligated to post it, and some really cool shit happened in this battle. So yes, people, I do sometimes post losses in VGC because not every loss is, you know, one-sided slaughter in VGC. Though most of my losses are one-sided slaughters in VGC. So let's move on to the next battle. Alrighty, so my third opponent today happens to be carrying a rain team, which is pretty scary for my team to deal with. Anything with like a weather change effect is pretty scary. Tapu Koko and Incineroar do eat my team alive as well because I don't really have a good electric resist. I decided to bring Gengar this time around because I have not brought Gengar yet. I lead off with my Plusle because I'm expecting Incineroar to lead off because my team is very weak to Incineroar, and I'm not expecting my opponent to lead off with this rain while I have a Charizard-Y on my team, so I expect my opponent to keep that in the back, which is something to keep in mind because I did predict my opponent to bring rain in the back. So I let off with my Plusle Minun, and he leads off with his legit shinies. Yes! Oh my God! This is pretty scary for my team to deal with, considering Tapu Koko can one-shot me in the electric terrain, and Incineroar can fake me out and stuff. So he's going to get the Intimidate. We're going to activate our Adrenaline Orb. I already told you no weakness policy, so there's no surprise there. You've already left the video and left your dislike anyway, so stop complaining. My opponent's going to go for Fake Out into Minun this time around. Very smart, as my opponent's going to go for the Volt Switch, targeting my Gengar because he just wants to weaken Gengar. We do have the Focus Sash, so we're able to live that Volt Switch, thankfully. And he's going to take some Life Orb recoil, so he sees the Life Orb Tapu Koko. Good to know, good to know. Knowing, I'm pretty sure that means the Ludicolo is the Z mover 100%. So in comes Politoed. Politoed shiny looks really sick, actually. I didn't realize it looked that cool. I thought it was like more like purplish, but it's like pink too. It's kind of cool. Now I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb into Politoed. We do get a crit. It does so much damage, but like that was a crit, so that's unfortunate. But here I go for the Encore Y, targeting the Incineroar here with my Encore. And now I go for the Destiny Bomb because I need to knock out this Politoed with the Destiny Bomb. If he targets my Gengar with Scald this turn, which he does, I will be able to knock him out and get rid of the Rain, which will definitely help my Charizard-Y. So I'm willing to sacrifice my Gengar for Politoed any day. And it ends up that crit didn't end up mattering, so you can't be like, haha, you only did well because you hacked your opponent. No, that crit did not matter, honey, I'm sorry. So here I'm going to bring in Charizard, as my opponent's going to bring in the Tapu Koko here. My opponent's last is Ludicolo, so it's kind of surprising he didn't bring it out yet. But in comes the Tapu Koko, which definitely offensively pressures my Zard. And now my opponent's going to pull a switch out of Incineroar because he's locked in the Fake Out, and he's going to bring in his Ludicolo here. And this is pretty scary for me to deal with, but I will be able to Mega Evolve with my Charizard-Y. And unless the Ludicolo has Rain Dance, I don't see any way my opponent will be able to reapply the Rain, so I'm going to be able to Mega Evolve with Charizard-Y, activate the Drought, which gets rid of the Rain, and I am going to guard myself against that against the Electric type attack because Tapu Koko will definitely one-shot me with Thunder or Volt Switch. I go for the Electro Rub just because I need to lower the opponent's speed. Same reason as like 2 battles ago. I need to lower the opponent's speed so Charizard-Y can actually kill stuff and not get one-shot by Thunder. We do get a crit. Minun keeps getting a bunch of crits today, I'm sorry. Minun's just too broken. My opponent's gonna go for Volt Switch targeting the Charizard-Y because Charizard-Y is a huge threat in the situation, and Minun's is really a non-factor. But here I'm gonna be able to go for the Entrainment targeting my Charizard-Y, and we're going to get the minus ability, and I'm gonna be able to blast this dude with the Heat Wave. Thankfully, we do connect against the Tapu this time around, and Heat Wave is gonna knock out both those Pokemon clean. Down goes Ludicolo, and down goes the Tapu Koko, and my opponent's last is poor Incineroar. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys are going to be so happy with this play. So he's going to intimidate my Zard, that's fine. And you're going to intimidate my Minun, which is fine. But I do have Fake Tears. So I go for the Protect here just because I need to guard my Charizard-Y. Because Charizard-Y is my only way to kill this Incineroar. So if it dies this turn, I pretty much lose to Incineroar because the sun's up. So Incineroar can definitely take advantage of the sun, which is probably why he brought it as well. My opponent makes a smart read going for the Flare Blitz into the Minun this time around as opposed to the Charizard-Y. And he's going to knock out the Minun, unfortunately. Though we still have the Kling Klang, and Kling Klang does have the ability minus, which is going to give me that boost. So we're going to bring in Kling Klang here and activate the minus. Doesn't really show up, but we do have the minus activated, and now I'm going to be able to go for Gear Up. So we're going to Gear Up here, and between Fake Tears, the Gear Up, which increases our special attack stat, and the minus ability we got from the Minun, we're going to be able to go for the Overheat in the Sun, and this is going to be able to knock out the Incineroar cleanly. Even if he was Assault Vest, down goes Incineroar, and we're able to win this battle thanks to Charizard-Y. Alrighty, my final opponent today has a very threatening team. Tapu Lele, of course, there it is again, everyone's favorite Pokemon to play against. My opponent had Tapu Lele and Excelgor at team preview, and I already knew he was going to lead off with those Pokemon because they do super well against my team. Excelgor can Final Gambit and one-shot every member on my team individually because I don't really have anything with max HP besides Minun, but Minun's HP stat is lower than Excelgor, so Final Gambit will kill me. So I lead off with my Gengar and my Kling Klang, which may seem like a weird lead because I haven't led off with these guys before.
Me too.
Specifically to counter Excelgor and the Tapu Lele. So my opponent is up with Excelgor and Tapu Lele as I decide to lead off with my Gengar and my Kling Klang. So I know that Tapu Lele can knock me out with Psychic, and Final Gambit will knock out my Kling Klang. So what will I do to get around this? What do you guys think I'm going to do to get around this turn? So my opponent's going to get the Psychic Z, which is going to give him Unburden, making him super fast. I go for the Ally Switch, yes. So Kling Klang gets Ally Switch for some reason, so we're able to switch places, click that win button, as Marcus would say. Gotcha, we're going to be immune to Final Gambit. He's going to Psychic into the Kling Klang, unsuspecting or not suspecting the ally switch. Now I'm going to be able to go for Sludge Bomb into Tapu Lele and one-shot this broken Pokemon with a crit, which may have mattered, but look, IGC, down goes Tapu Lele, and now my opponent's going to bring in the Furry Wrestler, the Incineroar, which is very threatening for me to deal with for sure. And I still have to deal with this final game of Pokemon because final game that can still knock me out. It is a mind game between like, am I going to go for the ally switch or not? My opponent goes for the Struggle Bug here, which is pretty smart because it gets rid of my Gengar substitute, or not my substitute, my Focus Sash rather. I don't know why I said substitute. He's going to lower my special attack as well, which really sucks because now Gengar is a lot weaker. But we do get the Cursed Body to disable the Struggle Bug, which is pretty funny. I go for Sludge Bomb against Incineroar as it does do very little damage. We do get the Poison Hacks, thankfully. We got a little lucky there. And here I can just go for the Gear Grind, targeting the Excelgor, but unfortunately we do get a crit again. I'm getting so lucky with crits in this battle, but we're going to be able to weaken Excelgor, so his final game won't do too much damage, but now he's going to be able to go for the Flare Blitz, targeting into my Gengar, and with Struggle Bug and Flare Blitz I'll easily knock out my Gengar, but Gengar was kind of useless. I should have probably went for Destiny Bomb there as opposed to Sludge Bomb, but I thought he'd want to target down, or I thought he wouldn't double target Gengar. I don't know, I kind of misplayed that turn pretty badly, but it's fine. Can't play every turn flawlessly. Gonna bring in my Charizard-Y here. And my opponent probably going to want to target down that Zard-Y because Zard-Y is a huge threat. I'm going to bring in my Minun here as I'm going to Mega Evolve with my Zard-Y because Zard-Y is like the only offensive pressure I have left on my team. So I'm going to Mega Evolve with my Zard-Y. And I'm pretty sure Excelgor can't touch Zard-Y outside of Final Gambit, which won't do too much damage. And Incineroar is poisoned, so my best play here is to go for the Skillful Protect. I feel like that's all I click with the Zard-Y in this video, but I have to, otherwise I'll just die. So he has the Encore. It's going to fail, and he's going to Flare Blitz target into my Zard-Y. But since I saw the Encore, I'm not trying to get Encore wide. I really don't want to get Encore wide, so I'm going to switch out of my Zard. It's kind of obvious, I know, but I don't really have any better plays. I'm going to bring in my Kling Klang here, as I'm actually going to avoid the Encore, thankfully, and I'm going to be able to go for the Electro Web here to get rid of this Excelgor, or weaken it a little bit more, you know what I mean. And we're going to lower the Excelgor stats a bit more, and the Incineroar is going to die very, very soon. He's actually going to go for the Flare Blitz, targeting into my Minun here, and that's going to be able to knock me out with the Sun. So down goes my Minun, so we're not going to be able to get plus or minus on Zard-Y this battle, unfortunately. Down goes the Incineroar, though, so that's very good for me. My opponent's offensive pressure is way too strong for me to be able to afford getting the entrainment off because he has a lot of offensive pressure, but his last Pokemon is Gastrodon, so I do believe we have a chance of winning this battle. My opponent's going to go for the Acid Spray, targeting Zard-Y, which is a nice little attack to lower the Spadef stat. Kind of like the same reason why I have Fake Tears on my Minun. Going to go for Gear Grind here as we do miss, unfortunately, but I got a shit ton of crits in this video, so I can't really complain. Going to be able to go for the Solar Beam, but if you guys have been watching my videos recently, I've been getting so unlucky, so I kind of deserve this luck, to be honest with you guys. Like my last battle I posted, I lost to a crit. Like my opponent in a battle before that hit 8 Blizzards. Like the luck was not on my side lately, so I kind of needed these battles to give me some luck and turn it around. My opponent's going to forfeit there, realizing that the battle is over, and that was a nice little fast-paced battle to end off this video with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this plus and minus VGC meme team I put together for you guys today. It was a lot of fun to put this team together. I actually went with it a decent amount. I went with it a lot more than I thought I would. I kind of lost embarrassingly a lot as well, but look, honey, I'm using Plusle and Minun, okay? I'm not going to be winning against this cookie cutter bullshit, okay? I'm not that good at VGC. I'm actually really bad at VGC, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this VGC content using this plus and minus theme meme team. If you guys enjoyed this VGC content and really want to support my channel and what I do here on YouTube, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on the video, as it's the best way and easiest way to show your support towards my channel. Leaving a like on the video actually helps me out a lot more than you think. I really do appreciate all of you guys to take time out of your day to leave a like on the video, watch my video. It honestly makes my day so much better knowing there's people out there who actually like my content, and I really do appreciate every single one of you guys who take the time out of your busy days to watch my awful content. It really means a lot. It really, really does. Anyways, we're going to move on to the question of the day, which is going to be, which Pokemon in the VGC format do you think is the most unfun to play against at the moment? Let me know in the comments down below which individual Pokemon do you think is the most annoying to face against in general. So I could describe like Tapu Lele here, but let's be real. I hate Tapu Lele. My hatred towards Tapu Lele transcends VGC, okay? I just hate Tapu Lele in general. But the Pokemon that I find to be the most annoying in VGC is probably Amoonguss, because Amoonguss has Spore. There's no Sleep Clause or Moral, so they can break that Sleep Clause over and over again. Your only counterplay is to run Tapu Koko, essentially, or Tapu Fini. It's pretty annoying to deal with. Rage Powder is really annoying because it's just like Follow Me, except grass types are immune to it, but like, there's not many good grass types in VGC, so I mean, you can't really take advantage of that very much. And Amoonguss's defense stats are so good, it can be EV to lift so many attacks. It has Clear Smog, so you can't set up on it, so it's just like a pain in my rear to play against for sure. Amoonguss is super annoying, I'm sure many of you guys can agree. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below which Pokemon in the VGC format you think is the most annoying to play against and why you find it to be annoying to play against. But that's going to be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. If you've watched it this far, you already know what's the comment. WeedleTwineedle is the best female PokeTuber. But that's going to be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. It is almost 4 in the morning. I should go to sleep, but I'm going to edit a video for you guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.